And you find yourselves...
Brock takes out a sending stone for Aunt Cass.
Hold on. I have Maverex's token. Where the fuck is my character?
Hold on. Oh dear.
Ooh, yeah. Vernon like takes a moment to go. And like goes down. I can't.
Okay. Good. You couldn't
you've gotten my letter?
You couldn't say on the outside of it, this is a scroll teleportation. If you use it, you'll be dragged by your belly button through time and space over to the castle.
Brock, being completely used to his consciousness moving, is not affected by this at all and just goes, do you really think we would have opened it if he had put that on top of the scroll?
I mean, it's the principle of the thing.
You're supposed to bow.
If I lower my head more...
She's bowing in a manner of sorts. Look, she's doubled over, vomiting. That's bowing.
I do kneel.
Brock nods his head. He knows how the king knows how he feels.
Aera manages to kneel.
Dragon.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
Which is outside of what you actually asked us to do, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, we were supposed to observe her.
I must ask, did one of yours perish in the fight?
He's on a soul quest.
Yeah.
Then
Seclusion training.
Vernon.
My king.
We brought it tag along.
Oh yes, Vernon. I'm quite familiar.
I have the reports for this month, and I wanted to. I'm sorry. To speak so quickly in your presence. I have the reports. I had meant to deliver them to the office when we got here because I thought we'd be walking. I can deliver them at any point. I also wanted to inform the office that I would be taking a leave of absence from my position at River's Keep. See, these fine fellows
He's with us now.
had a opening, as it were, as their companion Mavericks was off on his quest of his own. So I thought I might accompany them.
You got the name right. I'm impressed.
I met you all before. You remember that, right?
Right. But most people still get the name wrong. I'm impressed.
Very well.
At least somebody likes him.
So as you held up your end of the bargain, I believe I should hold up my end of the bargain.
Right. And as previously discussed, there was going to be a monetary reward and then personalized gifts.
Yes.
You didn't tell me about the gifts.
Yeah, you get the army, I get a ship. Mavericks is a ship.
I get an army?
Sort of.
I was outside when this all happened. I stormed up.
Yeah, we know.
Yes. As for the monetary reward, I think 1,000 gold apiece should suffice.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Very well then. And he waves his hand to one of the guards, and the guard nods and scurries off.
More platinum for me.
As for your requests, Throkk, Zed, we shall start with you. Remind me again what it was that you asked for.
I need to use one of your ships to go to Torrentera.
Yes, I shall arrange it so that a ship will be ready to ready for passage.
Now that's
At your
what I
request.
part of.
Throkk, I'm assembling a. Unfortunately, I cannot send my whole army with you, but I am assembling a small battery of about 100 men to accompany you whenever you wish into and up to the realm of the Horse Lords.
Looks over at Arranis. Did you do this?
That would require me wanting to see my compatriots happy.
So, I'm going to go with yes.
Yes.
You thought that would make me happy.
Revenge on the people who ruined your life, and the means to accomplish it.
Think I handle it myself. Okay.
I also have a series of people trying to establish the whereabouts of the aforementioned.
Don't. I'll need to go outside if you say his name.
Of course. So that when the time
Information will
comes,
be enough.
you may go and slay him.
The
as you see
information will
fit.
be enough for me. I don't need your 100 people.
That's the closest thing you're going to get to a thank you from Throkk.
Oh. Aera,
Yep.
you, if I remember correctly, requested knowledge, correct?
About portals to the elemental plane of air.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going planar, boys. Oh shit.
I have set some of my brightest scholars upon it,
Excellent.
and we are confident that we have found a few possible portals to the planes of air.
Excellent.
And I am also working on securing an airship transportation to said pockets.
Most excellent. Thank you.
Arranis, I believe my queen has a gift for you.
I do believe she does.
Now, chicka wow. No.
Hell yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. What the name of this is?
This is the Sil Lyre.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How do you spell that? S-I-L, right?
C-I-L.
C-I-L.
L-Y-R-E.
And I'll look up the magic parts of it later.
Yeah, she pulls out this very smooth, nice-looking lyre. Well, it was set on the side of her throne, and she picks it up and kind of walks over and presents it to you.
That is...
May it be of use to you.
It most certainly will. Thank you.
You guys now all start to see that she is in fact split.
She's in fact what?
Got a belly.
Oh, yeah.
He's bigger! Yeah.
That makes number 3?
No, that's the first child.
No. I meant instruments and parts.
You gotta be careful about what you say, because I might start taking it and having you say it in character.
The Doss Lute. The Caneth Mandolin. The Sil Lyre. I thought I had another one. Shit.
You were trying to find the Mac-formed Cittern, but it was stolen.
Right.
And then the Aurum... Was it the Aurum Harp?
The Olim Harp, yeah.
Olim Harp. That was also
Missing.
stolen and is potentially in the same trove as the...
No, that was the...
or is that the Cittern?
Harp.
I don't know it.
What was
Any
a
of this
harp?
It was a harp.
A harp.
Yeah, so I have 3.
Arranis.
Yes.
That's really pretty.
A harp is in the treasure trove.
It's really pretty.
Yes, it is.
Holy crap. It's really shiny.
There's going to be some very jealous people in a moment.
I'm already jealous. It's so shiny.
Let me double check my book because I had it written down in my DMG on a sticky note. Let me find out.
There is one other matter that I wish to address before you leave.
Alright.
Shoot.
As you know, you've all been given official titles.
Yes, it's been made official as of recent, but I've always liked the title Chainbreaker.
However, Arranis, Sir Arranis, if you recall, a while back you wrote me seeking lordship. Is that correct?
I think lordship wasn't specifically asked for. I think it was ownership of the old River's Keep. I remember
Which,
that.
of course, would entail lordship.
I will not deny what you're I will not deny what you imply to be offering.
Throkk gives a little nudge with his elbow.
Now, of course, how do I say this? He kind of stands up and draws himself to his full height. I know what you must think. That I am not fit to be a king. That I have let far too much happen. And it is true that things have slipped through the cracks. But you must understand that you do not understand everything that happens here. You do not sit upon the throne. You do not wear the crown. You do not understand everything that happens. It takes a strong will to lead a people. And I see that will within you.
Are you naming me king?
If only it were that simple.
I mean, we'd have to get someone to adjust the crown. I think my head's slightly smaller.
It's actually bigger.
Yeah, but the crown would fit your ego.
I will go ahead and assume that was not a slight against me.
It was a moment of levity.
Hard to come by in these times.
I also meant anatomically, you're taller.
True. Arranis,
Yes?
I hereby name you Lord of Old River's Keep.
So does that overwrite the Sir part, or do I get to keep that too?
I would certainly say so.
Sick Lord Professor Arranis
That is
Windweaver.
Professor Sir Lord Arranis Windweaver to you.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Lord is a...
It is as you
superlative title.
choose.
Whoa. All right.
But this comes with a heavy price.
I'm sorry, Mike, you cut out.
He says,
I'm
but
assuming
this
heavy
comes with a heavy price.
Heavy price.
What is that price?
He picks up his sword and beckons you forward.
I'm either about to get decapitated or I'm going to get knighted. Like, there's no two ways about this.
Don't worry, if he moves to make transgressions against you.
It's probably an oath of fealty. That's what lords do.
He
Hello,
holds out the
it's Ben
sword,
there. Ben who?
kind of like, so it's it's like
So it's like
parallel
this,
between the
instead of
two.
like that.
Yeah.
Place your hand upon the sword.
I place my hand upon the sword. I'm excited and nervous at the same time, and I remember at the last minute that grabbing the sword with my hand is not going to end well for anyone.
Do you swear to uphold the name of King James V?
I swear to uphold the crown.
Do you swear to defend Railden wherever you go?
Indeed I do.
God damn it, Air! I'm trying to be serious here.
That's why I put it in the chat. I'm sorry.
Don't read chat. Any streamer will tell you that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Do you swear under penalty, death, fealty to me?
I do.
Do your words ring true?
They do.
Tell me, how does the blade feel? Cold to the touch.
Sharp? Like a sword? I'm sorry, Your Highness. This is my first lording.
Does it feel hot?
Okay, so clue me in here.
He said cool.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cold. Okay, it feels cold.
And he's had a very grim expression on his face, and as I say that, he relaxes and smiles, and he pulls the sword away and sheathes it. Then your words are true.
It's a lie-detecting sword!
I wonder if my mace can do that.
If you had spoken a single lie, you would not have been able to touch the blade. He walks back over to the throne and takes something from the side and walks back, and you notice now as he holds it in both hands this long, elegant, green cloak.
Do I get a fucking... I get a fucking cloak.
And he wraps it around you and
Yes, you're being invested.
sets the clasp, and everyone standing behind him, you see this large oak tree with a lightning bolt going through the center of it, and if any of you want to make a history check...
Fuck, if that
Vernon,
doesn't
you get
describe
a-
my luck in a nutshell.
Sure, my history's piss poor. I'll give it a go.
Vernon,
I have
you get
no
a
idea what that is.
advantage. Yeah, Vernon, the rest of you guys are like, what the fuck is that? Vernon, you recognize that instantly as the seal of Railden.
I think we get that one for...
Too long. I don't know what this looks like.
Now, do we represent the lightning bolt, or do we represent the tree getting struck by the lightning bolt?
No. The lightning bolt is a part of the tree.
Oh, okay. That's arguably better.
Right. Neat. That's
Like,
cool.
it's in the center of the tree.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I see now.
Understand.
So it looks sort of like that. Okay.
So,
Nice.
And of course, there's also like a large 3-part knot around it.
is this a magic cloak, or is this just a cloak?
You're not sure.
I mean, I feel of all the people who would be pretty certain, it's the person that's currently wearing the cloak.
There's probably some kind of magic to it.
You need
To what degree, you're not sure.
it.
+1 to AC.
I gotta attune to that, though, and I'm not sure if that's what I want to do.
Mm.
Anyway.
It's a cloak of the lords.
And then the king kind of
Cloak of Flor the Night.
claps you on the shoulders and smiles. You have a bright future ahead of you, Arranis. And I look forward to working with you.
If that could start now,
Of course.
might I suggest hiring someone to handle logistics? or another one?
How so?
Well, it strikes me that most of the cracks happen due to a lack of resources in particular areas. Having another intelligent person whose job is to make sure everything has all the right resources minimizes errors.
Very well. That'll be you then.
No. I have enough responsibilities. Your Majesty, I'm not sure if you're aware.
To do in a world.
Take on the lordly mantle of
Arranis.
paperwork.
Arranis, you speak of levity. Do you not recognize it when it's brought to you?
Ha!
No.
He played you like a fiddle.
Well, Your Majesty, I'm
It's
not
like
sure.
a damn fiddle!
Well, Your Majesty, I'm not sure if you're quite aware, but I was recently granted a lordship. I'm pretty sure by right that deprives me of all humor.
He's just got like this big grin on his face, and Queen Mary is like giggling in the back.
Throkk, however,
I will say, you
has
are
a
my
kind
belt.
of like.
Be careful. Alright,
Fake look on his face.
My court jester. I'm I'm sure your friends at the Bard College would love to see that.
Speaking of them, I have some friends to speak down to.
Yeah.
And the cliff just got elevated by about 5 feet.
We are
Only 5?
very excited.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, I need to go pay them, what do you call it? A greeting? A beating, yeah, that's right.
Yes, that's it.
He also hands you... no, he just kind of like bows his head to you slightly and heads back. And at this point, the guard comes in and he's got several sacks with him,
calls out to him.
kind of like going back and forth. Here you go, and he distributes the sacks to everyone.
I was going to say, as the king goes to turn around,
Vernon.
Throkk kind of has had this like dejected look on his, just like, shit, look on his face. He's just like, Your Majesty.
Yes.
May I approach?
Of course.
And he doesn't go any further ahead than Arranis.
I'm actually going to back up and go over and like look at Zed, look at Aera, and look at Vernon and go,
Aera's
I'm hoping, did I catch him before he made it back to the throne, or is he sitting on the throne?
He's sitting on the throne, yeah.
Okay. This makes it all the more humiliating for Throkk then. It's like takes another step, but he's like mumbles I'm sorry. Sorry. Hits himself on the leg a couple times. Just like, you can do this. I wanted to apologize. It has come to my attention that you were not sitting on the throne 15 years ago. While I have been told many from a few travelers in the past that it is the duty of the sun to finish, I can't think of the word, resolve the sins of our fathers. I was in the wrong to have spoken to you as such.
So as you're staring at the ground, what you failed to notice, he's now standing in front of you.
As you listening to him speak, Throkk realized that the king really does mean well, and he does care for his people. And if he had been in power at the time, it would have been much less likely for that to have happened, and that's what caused him to come to this revelation and like be like, I need to say something.
And the king,
and then he looks up and is startled by the fact that the king managed to walk up to him that quietly.
He gently puts a hand on your shoulder and says, and I ask for your forgiveness. In not dealing swiftly with the issues that my father has left.
Well, assuming I live to see the death of
you need not speak his name.
Him, you shall have not only my forgiveness, but I do not want a title or a lordship. I will just swear my loyalty to the crown once my adventures have come to an end. You need only send word to where I'll be residing.
You are a powerful and devoted man.
Thank you.
I look forward to you completing your journey successfully.
Thank you.
I look forward to you parading his head throughout the streets.
It may turn into pulp, but we'll see.
Whatever it is, I look forward to it being paraded through the streets.
I mean,
Tyrants
smell.
should know that they are not safe here.
The smell, though.
That's what we have prestidigitation for.
Throkk looks over at Arranis like, are you trying to say something? I'm half-orc.
No. The rotting head is the concern.
Gentle
back to
repose.
his
Aera comes over, springs up, and gives Throkk a pat on the back. Good job.
Can't see it, but it's like, as opposed to getting red, like his cheeks get like a slightly darker tint of green.
Oh, that's
I believe we
cute
have
as
no
frick.
further business.
My king. Vernon takes just like one step forward. If I may, I may be no renowned warrior like these people.
I'll say.
Anything, but I have worked my entire life in your service, and my family has worked. My father worked in your father's service, on and on, back as far as
Vernon.
families go. Let me please ask this. I am as willing as them to pledge my power to you. What would you have me do in your name, my king?
The same that I would have you do anytime. Fight evil, defend good. Make sure there is peace in the land.
Of course. I understand that the last time I stood before you, I said things in front of you that probably were not the best chosen words, and for that, I must apologize.
Throkk scoffs.
We've all made mistakes. And to carry a grudge against someone for simple mistakes. Our lives are so short. Where is the gain in doing such a thing?
Well, we're all...
Very well. And then
I trust that you have good intentions at heart.
Of course.
I trust that you will make good to the name that comes with being a sentinel of Clelen.
Oh,
making a lot of assumptions here.
Yeah.
My sentinel of Clelen?
No.
Do not give him a bigger ego than he needs. As I'm like scolding the king.
Vernon kind of goes.
The king.
He's a prospective. He's a potential candidate.
A title that will be earned in time.
Maybe you can name a rank after us in the army. Whatever.
Perhaps.
Your Highness, as long as we're all apologizing,
It's copyright.
Somebody, you might want to get somebody with them up over into that corner. Over, it's
It's a brick joke. It's a brick joke.
sorry.
Very well then. I must attend attend to my other duties, including
I
finding
grabbed
someone
Tit
to,
Kat.
as you say, take care of the logistics of.
I have some things to do. Does anyone want to come with me?
Let's go kick
do you
some
have
bad's
somebody
ass.
Is there somebody that can repair or make instruments at the school, I'm assuming, or is that outside? Is the school mostly for practice?
Yeah, there's someone that can make instruments.
If not, there's someone that knows where to go.
Yeah, you might not want to come in with us then, because we're gonna piss someone off.
I'm going to join Arranis, but as we're leaving, I take him like there, Tic Tac, like patting the top of her head. We'll build up.
That's not helping with vertigo.
We'll build up a resistance to that just yet, as saying that Tic Tac is going to be practicing meditation with me, and if we get into the spirit world, we're going to be shifting all over the place until she stops throwing up.
Oh no!
So as you leave, you hear, "Oh God, what is that? Is that
Oh God, it's everywhere!
You know, maybe
everywhere?
Maybe I should have chewed up those rats before I swallowed them this morning.
I didn't even know we had throat.
So, I'm going to identify my cloak.
The cloak itself isn't like, minor magical properties, like, doesn't really get dirty, things like that. The clasp, on the other hand.
Ooh!
Mike likes to be specific with this stuff. It was like the haft of shielding for my glaive.
Yes. The clasp itself gives you a direct line to the king.
Ooh.
How's it going?
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hey, dude.
So, like, as opposed to using sending stone, like, communication with the king through the clasp.
Nice.
Is it like a once per day sort of thing, or is this more like a
Yeah, it's a once per day sort of thing.
Okay.
Always.
Life or death situation, Arranis messages the king. Sup?
But, like, you can actually have, like, a conversation.
Oh, okay.
What's
So
the condensation?
it's a greater.
It's not just, like, a 25 like...
Yeah. What's that?
You can, like, for 10 minutes have a solid...
Nice.
Okay, so it's like a greater sending or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
If we had to quantify it.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Alright. So,
while Arranis and Throkk are making their way to the college, I'm going to open the letter and read it while we're on our way there. Because I didn't want to take it out of my pocket and read it in the king's chamber. Or the throne room.
Sounds like a reasonable idea.
So you open it up.
If you just have a document of it written out, I'll just read that.
I don't have it written out, like, document.
Well, I mean, if you copy and paste it into a note and show it that I can read it. Or do you just only have it written, like, on paper?
I have a physical written copy.
Okay, that's cool. We can move to the Whisper channel. I'll decide if I want to share it with everyone.
Okay.
This D&D session brought to you by Discord. It's free. Go get it.
It's free. Why the fuck don't you have Discord?
Exactly. For all your gaming needs.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Oh god, what was that? When last we left off on our manual of the planes, where were we? We were just talking about planar travel, of course.
Of course, he has to go as soon to do something real quick as soon as the conversation is about to start.
Oh yeah, no. I was just making up a little bullshit thing. That's why I held up my manual of the planes. I was like, well, when last we left off on our journey through the plains.
Oh, you do? Oh my gosh.
We had just gotten to... And I just opened up to a random page, and it's Gehenna.
We could go through a portal to the plane of air, the whatever it's called.
The elemental air plane, yeah.
And then think we found the same portal back and end up on a different prime material plane.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Shh.
You'd return to the same prime. We could be in a different location.
Yeah.
The sea of chaos. We're swimming.
That's limbo.
Oh god.
The actual Sea of Chaos here, yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to travel from one prime to another, you'd have to either get into the astral,
Yeah.
or go into something that is hypothesized to exist called the Orgel. It's a third transitive plane. It only shows up very rarely in like the actual official canon of Plane Chase. Some speculate that's where the Lady of Pain's mazes are.
Oh,
And
I don't want to go there.
It's a weird place where, let's see here. If you have divine magic, weird stuff happens there. It's more like you become an arcane caster that casts divine magic.
I don't know if we were having this conversation or if I was watching a video that was talking about the Lady of Pain, and somebody was like, well, I will create a Minotaur. Because Minotaurs can't get lost in a labyrinth.
That might have been a video I sent to you.
But then the Lady of Pain sends you to a labyrinth, and it's just a straight line, and it goes on for all eternity.
Yep.
God damn it!
We probably have also discussed it. Also, some people's interpretations of the mazes of pain are that they're more of a manifestation of like your failures. Like that's what ties you into it, and you can't get over it. Like your mistakes like drain away aspects of you and chain you into the maze.
Jim apparently disconnected from the chat.
He might have dropped. No,
there he is.
No, he's still there. He's the Orion.
He was online, but he didn't. For some reason, he left the channel.
Why is Mike in the whisper room?
Because he and I are talking about the letter I got from Grace, but as soon as we went to talk about it, his fiance was like, hey, can you help me with something real quick?
Okay.
So I came back. Didn't want to be all by myself.
All by myself.
All by myself.
This verbal beatdown
I'm
is
excited.
going to be so much better than it ever could have been.
I'm excited.
That is Lord Professor Arranis to you, peasant.
Lord.
You have to be
Sir Professor Arranis.
Lord Professor Sir Arranis. Sir Mister.
They have to fucking listen to me now.
Do they though? Technically you
royalty.
are a lord, but aren't you out of your own jurisdiction, sort of? Because this is the king's realm.
He's royalty.
They have to sort of respect you. Like they can't
Right.
Yeah.
I'm from their school.
Yeah.
And now you're a lord. This is like when you go back to high school reunion and like
all the jocks are fat.
Yeah, and you are now
And you're
like,
Bill Gates.
Yeah, you're Bill Gates, or you are the governor of the state, or
And that's why you don't fuck with the nerds.
yeah. Rain, I can't hear you.
Generally speaking, if they are not lords, you are above them even if you're not in your own area.
Oh.
Because that's how nobility works.
I noticed Rain was smiling and going like this, and I was like, wait, hold on.
No.
He's talking.
Yeah. Also, Lord is a superlative title to Sir. If you are a Lord and a Sir,
yeah, as I said,
you are
Lord,
Lord.
Sir. Yeah, I said Lord, Sir, Professor.
No,
My
you
only
start
objection
Lord,
is
Sir.
Fuhrer
If
King
you're a Lord and
Bradley.
a Sir, you are Lord.
Right.
It goes
Right,
Sir, Lord, Baron, etc., etc.,
Yes,
etc.
that is definitely a distinction that Aera will remember to make.
Where does Fuhrer King fall on that? Is my Full Metal Alchemist reference wasted?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No. I was just about to continue with another one. It's like you have to make a giant transmutation circle that takes up the entire country. And then
There we go.
Full Metal Alchemist's good.
Yeah.
We should go to Acheron at some point.
Mm.
There's giant floating cubes of battle there.
Giant floating cubes of battle.
It's bad because
Very exciting.
it's a lower plane and it's part of the Blood War, but yeah. Other than that, there's
all you're doing is contributing to hellish bloodsport.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the cubes just, like, fall and then crash into the ground, and then more cubes come down. It keeps doing that forever.
I am the man who arranges the blocks.
Basically, that's a song that plays for the entirety of your stay there.
Continue to fall from above.
Really? Tiamat's only on the first layer? That's dumb.
Round till they fit in the ground like hand in glove. Sometimes it seems that to move blocks is fine, and the lines will be formed as they fall. Then I see that I have misjudged it. I should not have nudged it after all.
Kyle, I cannot hear you.
Have a
I think they're both still in whisper.
Right, yeah, I forgot.
Why must the
What's Gehenna?
infernal blocks teach?
The Bleak Eternity of Gehenna. Don't care.
And
I am continue to fall from
Up.
Come Muscovite, let the workers unite, a collective regime of peace and love.
Arranis just sees and hears Throkk chuckle to himself as the letter in his hand starts to fizzle away in a puff of smoke.
Aww.
Aww.
Oh, yeah.
Did they write something nice to you?
Oh, I don't know. Who else was coming with us to this?
Aera's coming with. She wants to see some.
Yeah, would you like to know?
She wants to see some stuffy bards get beaten down.
He goes, "Wouldn't you like to know? I'll tell you when you're older." And he winks.
In 20 years, I will tell you.
I'll ask when I'm 14.
Oh my
It'll
gosh.
happen. I won't forget. She winks back.
Like handles.
So, I would like to proudly, with my chest stuck out, go to the headmaster's office.
We're doing a "this is mine now" scenario.
No.
Aera's preening a little bit,
up to
straightening, smoothing out her chest feathers.
But I'm taking this, and this, and this.
I drink your milkshake!
You go up to the Bardic College, and you open up the door, and you see something that you didn't expect.
Bodies.
Everyone is wearing black.
Ooh.
Ah! Are they all
Yes,
trying to be me?
I didn't get.
And not only did you just walk in, you actually walked in the middle of someone talking.
Someone speaking.
Yeah.
I'm
And
I didn't get the memo.
Throkk pulls the hood of his cloak over his face, even lower down.
Are they mocking me?
Aera also puts her head up.
I'm going to sit quietly. Well, stand quietly. And
yeah,
listen
like you just kind of like walk in, you throw open the door, and now that you're actually like looking around and letting it sink in, there's a lot of candles everywhere. There are several people who are like openly weeping.
Shit. Who died?
I hate you right now.
All I'm hearing in my mind is that song by Six, Life is Beautiful.
Yeah.
Headmaster's dead.
They have the "No one will cry at my funeral."
Yeah.
Yeah, and there it is. Right at the front, a big casket.
Good times.
Oh, shit.
Maybe we do this back. Maybe we come back in a month and we do this.
Arranis, come to pay your respects.
Yeah, that's the reason why I respect paying all that. It's very sad.
I hadn't heard that he had come to pass. Of course I'm here to pay respects.
And the person standing at the podium just gestures. Well then. And everyone's staring at you.
Throkk nudges you from behind.
So I take my stand at the podium?
Rogues his head.
Well, no, he wants you to like walk up and pay your respects to the.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
And there in the casket, the withered, old Professor Redren.
Redren was not the headmaster.
Whoever said that the headmaster was dead?
Okay.
They liked him more than Arranis. Throkk whispers to Aera.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I was like, I think
The
they liked
headmaster
him
is the
more than
one
Arranis.
standing at the podium.
Okay, okay, sorry.
Well, I didn't know him.
I don't know any of you.
What are you doing?
Let's see what happens. Shh.
I'm going to stand up. I'm going to pull out a dagger that I've got sheathed.
Going all Zed on us, huh?
We're having fresh meat tonight, boys.
Sheathed. And I put it in there, and I go up to the ear, and I whisper something to arm an unarmed opponent with, making reference to the fact I called him a witless bastard, or implied that he was a witless bastard. That is the last time I saw him. So as far as everyone else is concerned, I have given him some sort of gift that I think is appropriate for him. But we know the truth. And I pay my formal respects.
I take my hood off and I just stand awkwardly in the back.
And I take my place, and I hope that no one pays. Well, I kind of hope that people are still paying me mind, because I'm kind of a big deal now.
You've got a nice cloak.
But at the same time, I'm going to use the magic clothes to turn them black. And I'll wait for the proceedings to continue.
So there is a nice sermon, many people coming up and saying various things about the professor, many accomplishments, and
Did he actually have any accomplishments? This would be something that I would probably just know.
Yeah, I mean, he did actually have a pretty. There were a lot of spells that he had a hand in developing. He dabbled in a lot of different things. He helped to expand the idea of he helped to expand on the idea of curse and how to recognize it within people. I mean, he lived for a good long time and had many accomplishments. But you notice that a lot of these things that they're talking about, they don't tend to really talk about like the last 10, 15 years.
20, 25 years.
Like his list of accomplishments tends to after a certain time period.
The pain of being an emeritus professor.
as things are wrapping up, would anyone else like to say anything?
I don't think she's going to move, but before anything happens, I just put a hand over top of Tic Tac's face.
Aera looks up at you and is like, "The frick, man." She wasn't gonna. She's like, she wasn't gonna say anything.
And then pats you on the head.
I am going to speak up. I have something I wish to say.
There's a lot of murmuring as you approach the podium.
Many of you know me as Professor Arranis Windriver, the divisive, occasionally combative new addition to the college. It is most certainly not a uncommon knowledge that Professor Redrun and I did not see eye to eye. And indeed, as his career is fading, mine has begun to bloom. But unfortunately, that is not what we are here to discuss. We're here to talk about his life, his whole life. And that includes the 10 to 15 years that all of you have been scant to mention. So, in the last 15 years, Professor Redrun has squandered the verse and squelched it in most of his students. I don't say this to pay disrespect to the dead, but as a professor, even he would be remiss to leave out all the details of our history, and even he would be remiss not to learn from anyone's mistakes. Each of us has the opportunity to embrace greatness at any point, and he stopped a while ago. And we should each learn that if we don't stop striving for it, it'll simply leave us behind. As maybe a scant few of you have learned, I've recently returned from a trek with which I and my compatriots slayed a black dragon in her lair. And upon my return, I've been given the lordship of the Old River's Keep. That's new news. The old news is that I was angry and left the college to start my own school with blackjack and hookers.
Of course.
I mean,
however, there's
else?
now several vacancies, and I obviously cannot attend to it myself. So those of you who wish to strike out at greatness once again, I've tapped into the verse. I can tap into the verse at will now. And there's going to be a new Bardic College on the horizon. And although I disagree with almost most of you, I suppose, without the ragtag ragtag group of people. I would have died, which means it takes all types, including those I disagree with. It's an open offer. Greatness awaits us all.
Except for the 4 people in back.
Oh. So I am going to, at the moment I say I can tap into the verse at will, I'm going to use the Bard Scroll.
How?
The Scroll of the Bards.
Was it not expended?
Yeah, you use inspiration to activate that.
I just got lorded. Do I not have inspiration?
No.
Damn, I can't use it.
At the end of his speech, Throkk just is going to... And then, is anybody else clapping?
Aera is also going to
The
clap.
4 idiots in back start clapping.
No,
Everyone
Vernon
else-
does not.
No.
Hey, 2 idiots in the back start clapping. Everyone else is glaring at Arranis.
Aera
And it
stops.
slows down as he looks around.
And then someone stands up. So you come here to gloat? Show us how much better you are?
Yes, he did.
You're no better than us. You think that you can just reach out for greatness and do whatever you want. You think that you are some high and mighty person.
Well, he is a lord, so yeah.
You think that you're so wonderful, so much better than the rest of us. Because you have some fancy titles. Because you went somewhere.
Well, he is a half-elf, so yeah.
Throkk can't help but start chuckling.
Yeah, we heard about your accomplishments. The Reverend died because of that.
Excuse me?
He had heard about the dead dragon. Dropped dead. His heart couldn't handle it.
I told you he wasn't long with this roll the ass. I'm never wrong about these things. I'm never wrong.
And now you come to his funeral.
Throkk
A
would
funeral that you caused, claiming that you're so much better than the rest. You're no better than the rest of us.
You
You're not even better than half of us. You speak of greatness, but
Who's
you don't
speaking?
even know what it means to be humble.
Who's speaking right now?
Some random dude in the crowd, and at this point you notice that a lot of people are like agreeing with him and like getting kind of riled up.
Throkk calls out, "You talk about being a humble, but this is a school for bards."
This is a place to celebrate greatness, isn't it?
And we were celebrating greatness. The greatness of Professor Redron, until you showed up. And the headmaster rises at this point and says, Arranis, you have showed today that you have not learned much of humility in your travel. Sure, you may have. Yes, you may have gained knowledge in the way of the verse, and you may have gained knowledge in the way of magic. But you come back and you show us that you have not learned much in the way of humility, in the way of refinement. You claim to be a lord, and we can tell by the cloak that you are. But you are lord in title, and it is a good thing you have that title. You are hereby dismissed as professor of this academy.
Ooh.
Good thing he's starting his own school.
Yeah, good think he's the headmaster of his own school. Jeez.
You know,
Zed is very bored at this, so that's why he's acting out.
I wasn't gonna say.
And he wants to get a
Now
rise
leave
out of
these
someone.
Premises before you are escorted by the guards.
Don't we own the guards?
Ah!
I feel like we own the guards.
Headmaster, before I leave, do you think that I'm happy that he's gone?
I think you are.
I think that you are quite mistaken.
You said it yourself. He squelched the verse in his students. You've made it very clear that you have not appreciated his work.
I appreciate his past work. I'm just sad that he went out on the note of squelching, and that he didn't have a high note before the resolution.
Arranis, I will not ask again. Leave these premises before you are forced off.
Aera starts cracking her knuckles.
Non-lethal damage it is.
The offer stands.
Get my whacking stick out.
Vernon starts edging toward the door. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
The offer stands. I've paid my respects. Next time, please let me know when one of my colleagues has died.
You have no more colleagues here. Go.
Ooh. Them's be bard fighting words.
Okay, so pause.
Handle this how Zeners would handle this. I've never had any colleagues here. You're all idiots.
Pause. I need shoulder angels for a moment.
Okay.
Got it.
Which one am I?
It's obvious.
Do I want to challenge the headmaster to a duel?
Yes!
Yes!
Well...
Fuck! I need a fucking angel, guys.
So,
no, you don't want to. Okay.
I'm thinking about this from the angel
Verse,
standpoint.
draw.
You want to challenge the headmaster in their own school.
At a funeral.
Surrounded.
At a funeral.
Yeah, the at a funeral is the
Shut up, other tiny devil.
Not now.
Shut up, tiny devil.
No.
You want to challenge the headmaster in his school, surrounded by people that are pissed off at you. Let that sink in for a second.
They're all low-level
They talk about being
bards.
humble and saying that you're not humble. Do you think they will honor the code of a bardic challenge? When you piss somebody up, head them off at their own school at a funeral?
I mean, I've got greater invisibility and dimension door. I'll be okay.
Don't duel him right now. Not at a funeral. Duel him later.
They
Dimension
are...
door in later. I don't care. Just not now.
It's not a good time.
I've got to
It's not a good time. It's a funeral.
I've got to go back to the headmaster. I've got to go back to talk to the headmaster anyway.
Yeah, you can duel him when you're alone.
So tomorrow I've got to come back, and this is going to be an awkward moment.
Yeah.
Arranis went down to the Bard College. He was looking for a soul to steal.
Seeing that clapping was inappropriate, Throkk is going to decide to talk to somebody in town about having some work done on instruments.